Christ was very careful on how he spent, who he picked to spend his time with, and he picked people that he knew he could trust, and then I guess famously, he picked, 11 people he could trust and one that he knew he could not trust, but he knew what he was dealing with, right? I think as human beings, and the world is such a, it's no more dangerous now than it's ever been. But, today you have to be really careful. You never know when somebody is wanting to play you or wanting to take advantage of you. And, I work around in the addiction community and have for a number of years. And, and it's particularly true there. I was thinking yesterday about a gentleman that I really wanted to try to, be friends with and help. And, I know now that he was essentially, I think he intended well, but he was so lost in his addiction that he ended up just basically trying to use me, and he strung me out pretty well, and, got a, I just don't know. It's very risky to agree to open yourself up to an intimate relationship with somebody, because you're taking the risk of being hurt. And I do think as Christians we're called on to love other people to some degree. That gives us the duty to give them the benefit of the doubt, or maybe it doesn't. Maybe we're just to love them no matter what. Maybe we're not to be dumb, or innocent as doves, among wolves, but we're to love them knowing that they probably have things about them just like we do that are unlovable.